Hi everyone, it's the 18th of August. Down in the garden, weather's horrendous. I think it's going to absolutely launch you down in rain. It's blowing a gale, so I don't know how well you can hear me. I've got my microphone on, but I have got a little woolly top for it, but I don't know where it is at the moment. Stuff falling down everywhere. So I went down the allotment 2 weeks ago, all intended on, recording some footage. So when I got there anyway, Blight had got hold on my potatoes, so I've hacked the tops off, but the Sar Palmeiras were okay. I had a little touch on it. So I've been down since, and they're still sort of standing. But the orla took the tops off and just held them, and it's just rained ever since really. So I've needed a couple of dry days, but I've harvested all my onions. Lost a few, that have rotted off a bit, but not too bad. I've still got 100 plus here. So I just peeled them all back to a single skin like I usually do. Hope stuff don't blow away here. It's getting strong, this wind. Just take them back to a single skin. Tops are drying out quite well, when you get this wind and that. So I need to just rearrange these down one end because I'm going to pull my giant onions. I pulled one a couple of weeks ago. It got too wet. It started to go soft and mushy. Just had that much rain. So I'm going to pull the rest up. I'm going to weigh probably the biggest one if I can spot it offhand, but they're not the best. I've got Blight on my King Edwards, so I'll show you up close what it actually looks like. I've not done really much of anything for the last couple of weeks. I've just been far too busy, and the weather's just been horrendous. It's just been absolutely hammering it down all the time. So a lot of my lettuce has started to bolt, and it's all a bit of a mess and neglected, but it's that time of year, start clearing up and whatnot, and deciding if there's anything else I want to put in. So I'll come get the camera and we'll have a look around. I'll show you my garlic as well because that's nearly dried. I'm not going to lift all the cover up, I'll just show you it underneath the cover. So I'll get the camera and we'll have a look. Alright, so here's all the onions. These are the Santero, which were grown from seed. There's some smaller ones, but it's still an onion at the same, and there's a few decent ones. So they store really well, and they'll probably see through till March, April next year then. Never grown these red spark before. I've eaten a couple since I've harvested them. They seem alright. None of them bolted. None of them went to seed. I had two of my Santero pop seed out. So that's the big Kelsae onion. It's all mushy. I'll peel it back and salvage whatever onion I can and chop it and freeze it, because the big ones don't store that long. So I'll look around the garden and say it's a bit of a mess. Got some spuds here. I think this is Charlotte, and I can't remember. I think it might be Swift, that one at the back there. But these have started with Blight. You can see that's a blighted leaf. That. So I've no qualms about composting blighted stuff. Like I said before, lob it in the compost bin, it'll be fine. Because they're all going to be covered in spores now. Oh, the carrots, I've no idea how they're doing. This Mazio's going absolutely crazy. Definitely not doing as much of that next year. I don't need to. This remains, some of it's bought in flowers. The cane's my tortoise is just eating that as and when I pull it. Spring onions, they got a bit leggy because the iceberg were covering them, but they'll still do. Got an iceberg that's shot to seed. Leeks, a bit topply. They haven't got any real length on them, but they seem alright. Been pulling a few of these carrots out. They're not brilliant, but they're alright. Beans have been taking a battering. I need to come out and pick, because they're pumping plenty out now. At last, better than the ones at the allotment. So I'll show you this Blight. So this here is your classic symptoms of Blight. You start getting marks like that on your leaves. And within a few days it starts to get a bit worse until you end up with, I don't know, kind of it's all going Pete Tong in there. So see all at the back, it's all starting to get blotchy. So I'm not going to take the tops off tonight, but I think it's a job over the next 2 days to get these tops off, because they'll be full of spores. Might wash some spores down onto any potatoes that are showing. I don't know how well. I've not watered these for ages because it's just been absolutely hammering it down. It's a nightmare to get in. So I need to figure out a better system. Maybe just a single row of potatoes, or along the back there, and then some along this edge here next year. These were spring greens. They've hearted. That one's toppled over. Cut the heart off and it's producing mini greens, so I'll just leave these be until I need the bed. Sweet corn, these be alright. Courgettes, not really putting out lots of courgettes, to be honest. Courgettes have been a bit disappointing this year. Not that I'm really missing them, because you get a bit sick of them. Cucumbers, I've got that's a leftover cucumber that. I had a couple off it, but these have just been ridiculous this year. Cucumbers, I've got absolutely stacks in the fridge. Just wrap them in cling film, and you know they're just hanging with them. You know, I've taken loads off, and they're all starting up here, and they crawl right along the top now. I snapped one off, been a bit of a heavy-handed the other week, but it's sprouted another one out. Still getting some little bell peppers. All in all, you know, things are still going. The big onions, like I say, look a bit of a mess. Oh, real mess, to be honest. Like I say, they don't store, but it's just a bit of fun for me. Needs weeding. In there I've got next lot of broccoli, which is that. And I've got some more collie, which is called cheesy. I thought I'd try it for a late crop. They're just some more Durham earlies in the seed tray for tortoise to eat. So we'll do a little weigh in a minute. I'll just show you polytunnel. I'm not going to go in the polytunnel, obviously, because I've been handling blighted leaves and I don't want to be going in, even though spore's probably getting in there, so I'm doing my best to keep all the foliage, you know, dry. No signs of blight on these. These are some Orla I'm growing. But it'll not be long and they'll start showing on here. And that's a bit risky because it's right here in the polytunnel, right next to it. Picked a lot of tomatoes off the other day, but you know, there's plenty. This wind's rocking them off actually. I've had a few of the big caterpillars. Tend to be going for the San Marzano down the bottom, and they're just some swede that I'm not bothering with. I've got some basil. There's a lot of spring onions down there that aren't so great. Just been too busy to keep on top of it. You only need a day of sunshine and it singes the seedlings and that's your lot then. But plenty of sun gold, gardener's delight. You know, they're all hanging. There's plenty in there, so we'll have a look, you know, in another video. So I'll just give you a quick look at this garlic. The picture might go a bit wobbly here because I'm going to have to try and angle the tripod a bit here. Tilt you down, so all the garlic is all under here. It's near enough dry now. Just a little bit more. Still feels a bit juicy. So once it's dried, you know, another week or two, cut the roots off, and I'll string them up. Which I'll do another video on stringing. It's always good practice to do it because it's you don't do it once a year really, so you can soon lose the knack. But once you've done, you know, 10 or 15, you're pretty quick by the time you get to 100 plus. Right, so we'll go down here, pick an onion. Got some scales there, already set to 0 with a bucket on. Kind of just propped on a fork. I'm hoping it doesn't all collapse and go a bit wrong. Alright, let's have a look. Oh, there's that one's not bad, and that one. It's a bit tricky. I mean, that one's not so bad either. Ooh, I don't know. Go for this one. It's got a little bug on it there, a little caterpillar thing, so I'll just a handy trowel and just apply a little bit of pressure to him to get rid of him. Oh, okay, so just get me a trowel. I've got a random tomato plant growing here. It's not got any signs of blight yet. It will do though soon. Just try and shear some of the roots off underneath. Clean some mud off. One-handed like. I don't think anyone's going to crib me for having a few ounces of mud on me onion for when I weigh it. And after all, it's not dried. Tops are going all on it. Wet lump of mud off the side here. But not my biggest I've ever grown. Well, probably about 7.5, 8 or something. Went back a few years like, but we shall pop it in. Bear with me, it might all go wrong here. Put them in there. Oh, Lukeski. Well, it's £7, so yeah, it's not so bad that. Outdoor grown, you know, not in a polytunnel or greenhouse or anything. Oh yeah, I'm happy enough with that. There's a few that are around that size. I'd say that the bulk of them are probably £5 to £7. There's a few, you know, that thing there is just going to go straight in the compost bin, that little thing. But there's a couple of smaller ones, you know, like that's probably 4 or something. And down the very bottom there. So just a quick update. You know, I've not been doing so much. Just been harvesting some blueberries. Been back down the plot again for a bit of a tidy up and that. But apart from that, not a lot's been happening. So we're just waiting for the weather. So I shall bid you farewell on this video on this windy evening. So I've got to pull the rest of them onions up and try and get them out to dry before it absolutely hoofs it down the rain. So thanks for watching. Take care, and I will see you next time. Bye.